Welcome back to Andersen Acres. It is time for our weekly update where we talk a little bit about what happened each day and then we answer a question at the end of the week. Question by somebody from either Facebook or YouTube or wherever. A question that somebody had. And today was kind of a weird day because we had to be out of the house bright and early. Like early because my son had an appointment to get his hair done, and his hair appointment was in town, and we don't exactly live right next to town. So because we don't live right next to town, we had to get up at like really early and be out the door by 8 so he could make it to town by 9 so that he could get his hair dyed. So that was good. He did get his hair dyed. I'll put up a picture. He wants me to. He loves his new hair. I'm just walking around the ice. He is very happy, very proud of his hair. We have some rabbits in here again because we've given up catching trunk. So we've stuck our rabbits. The females that we had separated, they're not going to have babies, these ones. I don't think. So we've got them here looking good. Okay, they're not going to have babies. And we got the boys over there looking good. So, yep, bunnies. There's a hole in that roof because you guys ate the roof. And, no, we still have not caught trunk. We've given up trying. She's either going to let us grab her or not let us grab her. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Here's Gwen. I think Gwen's pregnant. That's not a bad thing either. Here comes Wildfire, because Wildfire can. So that's what's going on right now. Saturday was... We also spent, after Rowan got his hair done, which took 3 hours, we then had to go grocery shopping. So we were literally away from home for way longer than I normally like being away from home. So, what you gonna do? Anyway, that's what's going on Saturday. Maybe Sunday we'll actually get to stay home longer, because I don't want to leave the house ever. I don't want to leave the property ever. I like leaving the house. I don't want to leave the property. So hopefully I can just stay home tomorrow. That'd be great. Well, it's Sunday. We have a problem, and that problem is we think that Trunk, our wild on the ramble rabbit, has had babies under the barn. What does that mean? It means we can't get her. It means even if we catch her and pick her up and take her home, put her back in her pen, we would potentially be condemning babies to die. And I'm not going to do that. So Trunk is going to stay a wild rabbit, at least for now. Now she's hanging out. Ooh, careful. It's still a little chilly today. She is hanging out a lot over here with the animals. She really likes them. Hi, Shadowfax. If you could do that on camera, that would be awesome. But she's been hanging out a lot here. And the reason we think she might be... There, she's right there. There's our Trunk. Looking good. Yeah. So, she was pulling fur yesterday and running under the barn with it. So at this point, there's really nothing I can do. We think she's got her babies under there, and there's really nothing I can do about it. So that's basically where we are on Sunday here. A bunch of chickens in here doing nothing. But that's basically where we've arrived at. So as of today, hi Saruman. As of today, we will not be attempting to catch her. It's not worth it, okay? It's at least not going to be a cold week, but there's no way I'm condemning those babies. So we're not going to try to catch her. We are going to make sure there's rabbit food available. Of course, here in the barnyard, she comes and eats hay with everybody. So we're not worried about that. She was also gathering up hay here for a nest, so that's excellent. I'm sure she's going to be fine. I'm sure the babies will be fine as long as she looks after them. She's never had babies before. So, hi, bud. Hi. Yeah. She's never had babies before, so we'll just have to wait and see. Wonder what Monday's gonna bring. Well, it's Monday, and it's kind of melty. Not as melty as it's going to be over the next few weeks. I'm going this way. Why am I up here? I don't know. But it is a little bit melty today. Today we made bagels. We made butter. We made whipped butter. I actually have a lot that I did today. I'm slipping in the snow. The downside of this warm-up is the muckiness of the snow. And the ducks are here. Ducks are here. Digging in all the muck. There's also a duck back there. And there's ducks under there. Because they love the muck. Don't they love the muck? And no, we haven't caught trunk. We're not even trying anymore. We're kind of done trying. And I'm just going to try to walk across this. But yeah, Monday has been a very busy day today. And I have to prep to put eggs in the incubator on Friday. I haven't done that yet, and I was supposed to do that yesterday, but I didn't. So I'm a little behind on my week. I also need to wash eggs today, but I haven't done that yet either. So, you know, it's one of those days where I'm just really, really behind, and I haven't really caught up at all, and I still haven't finished everything I was supposed to do yesterday. So I'm completely behind today. And look at these ducks. They're hilarious to me. They're hilarious to me. I love ducks. I think ducks are perfect. I think ducks are awesome. Anyway, I don't need to go on and on about ducks. Just know that on Monday, I have not accomplished any of the things I was supposed to accomplish. And I haven't finished all the stuff I was supposed to yesterday. So, hopefully we'll get some of it done tomorrow. You never know. Well, it's Tuesday. I actually got quite a lot done today. I'm going to go this way. But I got quite a bit done today. I baked a loaf of bread that promptly got eaten by my kids. I cleaned up an incubator because I have duck eggs going in the incubator on Friday, which is exciting because that means baby ducks in a month. We hope. You never know with the first batch. That first batch eggs, you never really know, right? But we hope, we think. So, we're going with it. And, what else did I do? Worked out the genetics for the couple of the rabbits we want to breed at the end of the month. Because Rowan has to pick which boy he wants to put to each girl. Remember, the Rexes are his, not mine. So we did that. And I checked on my started plants, and they're doing okay. And there's way too much noise going on in the barn. Too many birds. And that's about it, I guess. It sounded more impressive in my head. I did actually get quite a bit done. And there's Shadowfax, because he's our big boy. He's very muddy. The barnyard is a freaking mess because it is actually really, really mucky because it got warm. And I'm not like, it's not warm, it's only a little bit above freezing, but it's enough above freezing that everything is turning to goo. So we live in the land of goo. So we will be living in the land of goo probably for about a month. After that month, hopefully things will dry up and it will be much more pleasant here on the farm. But as anyone knows, spring is the time of goo. So we're just dealing with the goo. Hopefully Wednesday things will dry up a little bit, though I doubt it. It's not going to happen, but I can hope. Well, it's Wednesday. It's actually been pretty warm all day. The temperature's dropping now, and we are, in theory, going to get a storm tomorrow. So, the temperature's dropping. It was nice today, though. Thank you! So, today we made pretzels, we made cookies. We collected quite a few eggs. We are going to be putting eggs in the incubator in just a couple of days. So that'll be good because then we'll have baby ducks. We're going to put duck eggs in. So then in a month we should have baby ducks around the end of April. That'll be nice. Trunk is still running around like a crazy rabbit. I just walked past her a few minutes ago. I didn't catch that on this video, but if you look back in my farm vlogs, you'll see she's running around all the time. We're not even trying. We think she maybe has babies. Anyway, that is what is... Hi! that is what is going on Wednesday here. So hopefully the storm that's supposed to come tomorrow misses us, because I really don't want to deal with it. I really just don't want to. Well, it's Thursday, and we're at the beginning of what promises to be a whopper of a storm. So this is going to be entertaining. We have locked up the shed because there's baby bunnies in there. The 2 sheds of chickens are locked up. The ducks are still walking around. That's okay. We will make sure they're locked up in a little bit. Rabbits are secure. I think Turkey has now gone in the shed. Yes, he has. The horse and goat are still outside, but they will move themselves later. This is, going to be fun. This is just the very beginning. We're supposed to get like 1.5 feet of snow at the end of March. That's so exciting. It's only Thursday. Hopefully we don't get as much as they think. Hopefully the storm shifts a little bit south of us, which would be nice because, the flakes are getting bigger. That's fun. But I'm hoping the storm shifts just a little bit south of us, which, sucks for the people south of us, but I just don't want snow in the yard. We'll see what happens. We'll see how much snow we have when we wake up in the morning. I hope not very much. Cross your fingers. Everyone cross your fingers. Well, it's Friday and we got snow. We shoveled off the deck as best we could, but this was clear, and now we've got over 1 foot of snow on the ground. We got 2 feet of snow. Woo! 2 feet of snow on the ground. And it sucks. It's not fair. But that's what happened overnight. And tonight is fry night, so there's the turkey. So we're making fried food, having a good old time, and dealing with whatever the heck this is. As much fun as it is. Awesome! Anyway, the question I was going to answer this week, I actually put aside for next week, because somebody asked me a different question. And I'm going to tell you why she asked this after I tell you what the question is. She asked me, are you a conspiracy theorist? So she wanted to know if I'm a conspiracy theorist. And let me tell you where this question came from. So she's been starting a hobby farm journey, starting a homesteading journey, and she's been following different creators and following their advice, and I think that's a wonderful thing to do. However, what happened was she was following a creator, not watching every video they'd ever made, but, watching the ones that were relevant to her. And she ended up following a piece of advice that turned out that it made her very ill. And in this case, it was some canning advice, which I haven't done any canning videos yet. I am going to. But she followed some canning advice. She got very, very, very ill because the advice was basically one of those conspiracy theory, government out to get you things. And so she went against the guidelines and got very, very sick. And she's not the only one. There's Bowser. So in her case, it was canning. And so after watching this creator a little bit more, she discovered, just picking some stuff up off the ground here, but she discovered that the person she was following was a conspiracy theorist. And because of that, there was advice on there that wasn't good. That was, at the very least, misleading. And at the very worst, downright dangerous. Okay? So, she was directly asking me, because her message was, I notice you say we can ask you questions and you might answer it, and I'd like you to answer this one, if you can. And the question was, are you a conspiracy theorist? I am not. Now, let me clarify that I love a good conspiracy theory as much as anybody else does. Okay? Hi. Bowser's following me. But I'm just checking the rabbits. I like the entertainment value of a lot of conspiracy theories. And conspiracy theories come from one of two places. Either someone is bored and so they're entertaining, or someone is scared and trying to explain something they don't understand. The entertaining ones are funny. The ones that come from a place of fear are not. So, am I a conspiracy theorist? No. I do not jump on every bandwagon that comes around. If there is evidence that the way I'm doing something is incorrect or needs to be updated, because even if something's been done away for 50 years, and my family's been raising animals for a long time, and the way my grandparents raised chickens is not necessarily the way I raise chickens, because you learn better, you do better. So if there's evidence that the way I'm doing something is actually incorrect and not just a matter of opinion. So there are a lot of matters of opinions, right? Like a matter of opinion would be whether you give your horse water in buckets or troughs in the winter, whether you heat the water or just replace it. That's just different ways of caring for your horse. An incontrovertible fact is they need water in the winter. They should not just survive on snow. So there's that kind of thing. So there's opinions and then there's fact. So because there's opinions and there's fact, I am completely open to having someone tell me, well, they learned better, or they know better, here's the evidence, and here's why you should do it this way, and I'm good with that. I'm just going to go over here and look for duck egg. It's just there's a lot of duck prints, and it looks like ducks have been going in here, so I'm just wondering if they laid in here. Probably did not, but it doesn't hurt to check. Wow, there's a lot of snow right here. Holy man, that's snowy. But I am always open to learning new ways of doing things. No eggs. I'm always open to learning new ways of doing things. I'm always open to being proven wrong. I like when I'm proven wrong, because when I'm proven wrong, that means I know I was wrong, now I know I'm right. So being wrong leads to being right. So I like that. No ducks? No duck eggs? Okay. So I am not a conspiracy theorist. I know there is a lot of that in homesteading and hobby farming. I know that. And I know it can be difficult to find creators who don't jump. How about, he's so muddy. Who don't jump on every little thing. I know that. Hi. Yes, you're a good boy. But I know that can be difficult to find a creator who doesn't try to scare you. Okay? And a lot of times creators are trying to scare you. Hi, buddy. Are trying to scare you to sell you something. I know that too. Okay? I know that too. I know that. So I understand where her question was coming from, because she's legitimately scared now to learn to do things like homesteading, like hobby farming. Yes, that rabbit's still running around. We're not worried about it. But so she's legitimately scared now following creators. So she had other questions for me. She's like, do you think this? Do you think that? And so we talked for quite a while. And then I asked her, I said, do you mind if I used your original question? Not all the questions, because she doesn't want to be identified. But I said, did you mind if I used your original question? She said, please do. So like, it's a good question to answer, because it is very difficult sometimes to pick through people and figure out, hi buddy, and figure out who is a conspiracy theorist, who is peddling you something, and who is, just telling you the best information they have. I don't sell anything. Maybe one day I'll sell merch. That might be fun. I have merch of my own that I got for myself, but I don't sell that stuff. If I post a link, some of the links you'll see, occasionally there is an affiliate link, but first of all, I usually forget to put an affiliate link. I usually forget to put links at all, let's be honest. But for the most part, no, I don't make money off of anything. Like if I put a link to a product, it's not because I was paid. If I link to something I like that works for me, it may work for you, it may not, but it's not because somebody told me to. I don't do sponsors, I don't do anything like that. I don't know why I would. I have no motivation to do anything like that. And we're licking my belly. But, I mean, my perspective is not always everyone else's perspective. So what works for me might not work for you, especially if you live in a climate that is not mine. Like, we have some interesting, like, look at this. We have some interesting weather. So if you live in a climate that's not mine, you may have different challenges. So, for example, I have one follower who's like, well, I don't have to worry about winter, but we do have to hurricane-proof our chicken coop. And I'm like, well, that's an issue I don't have because we don't get hurricanes. So you have different challenges, different ways of doing things, but I know, you're such a good boy. Different ways of doing things, but no, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I have no problem listening to someone's theory, and all I ask is that usually they show me a source. Why do you think this? Right? That's when I say this is the new research, I can usually link you to an article or hook you up with somebody who is pretty knowledgeable on these things. So that's all I ask in return, is if somebody says, well, this is the way it should be done. I'm like, okay, why do we think this? Because I absolutely love learning new ways of doing things. I love learning better ways of doing things because we're always striving to improve. In fact, this year we're building a better rabbit pen so we stop having escapees. But yes, we're always looking for better ways of doing things, new ways of doing things, old ways of doing things. Depends on what works best. We're literally just licking my shirt now. Okay. But I'm always open to that kind of thing. I think everyone should be open to that. An open mind doesn't mean you believe everything that comes your way. It means you are open to not being 100% right 100% of the time. Because if you're never wrong, if you've never been wrong, you're probably always wrong. We've all been wrong sometimes. I like being wrong. I like being wrong because it means I'm right. It means I'm right now. Because I learned that I was wrong. And once you learn you were wrong, you can learn the right information. So anyway, that is where I stand on that. That's why you don't hear a lot of inflammatory things. That's why my video titles are not inflammatory. They're pretty straightforward. Could I get more views if I did conspiracy theory inflammatory stuff? Sure. Do I care about views? No. To be fair, this is not my primary way of earning income or anything. So it doesn't really matter how many views. I just like making videos. I like filming these bonkers guys. Yes, because you're bonkers. And I just generally enjoy my day-to-day life, except when we have blizzards like this in March. So I hope that answers that question. I am not into the inflammatory or the conspiracy theories that make people afraid or that make people sick. Because let's admit it, a lot of those conspiracy theories, people get really sick from following some of that advice. Especially in the canning world. Yeah. Anyway. That is about it for us today. If you have a question you'd like me to answer, you can drop me a question in the comments below. I do read them even if I don't respond. Or you can connect with me on Facebook or any other social media where I happen to be. Typically I am on Facebook. You could send me a message that way. And we can have a discussion about it. Or you can just post your question and move on. Say you'd like me to answer it in a video. And I will do that because that's what we do on Fridays. Saturdays. This is Friday. The video gets posted on Saturday. But that's about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.